What's up? It's gonna do a little rusting, just for a couple of hours. Can't do the Eurovision stream tonight because I'm watching it with Mrs. F. But I'll be doing a running sarcastic commentary on Twitter. God, this game takes so long to load.
Nah, dickhead!
Balam205 just resubbed for 7 months. 7 months in and look how we've all grown.
Thank you. I can't watch it. I can't watch it. We just had one of our defenders sent off. He's fucking useless. He's just should not be playing past, I would say, League One. He's a very questionable footballer. We signed him from Brentford. I don't understand why Eddie Howe liked him. He is ponderous. He's not good on the ball. He makes baffling decisions. Just then, it was a pass back. He's the last man. All he has to do is play it back to the keeper. All he has to do is play it back to the keeper. But he doesn't. He just dawdles on it. There are two other defenders, presumably shouting, "Man on!" And he just freezes, loses the ball, and then dives and grabs the ankle of the attacker. We're up 2-1 on aggregate, but it's 1-1 on the day today. So we have a goal from our place, and we scored on the day here very early on, and now Brentford are just going to win. There's no way. It would be a miracle if we won. We're going to be down to 10 men for most of the game.
Moldy Diamond just resubbed for 37 months. Rust Poggers.
Thank you. I mean, honestly, if we went up, we'd get utterly destroyed. Like, if we went up, we would be looking at a very long season of just getting smashed week in, week out. No doubt about it. The Premier League is, it's so hard for promoted clubs now. When we came up the first time, we actually had a decent team. Like, we actually had a decent team. And they played together for a while, and we had good players. And now I look at our squad and I just think, yikes. Like, I really do not rate a lot of these players. Dominic Solanke, Phil Billing, Metham, Begovic, Rico, Kelly, Lerma's alright, Pearson's alright, Brooks is good, Danjuma's done well in the championship. There's nothing exciting. Lewis Cook is permanently injured and went backwards massively. Stanislas does some good stuff, but then he'll also have games where he just does absolutely nothing. If I spawn on the beach, I'd be surprised. That would mean I'd been offline raided. That would be fairly harsh. I'm just thinking who would have done it. I guess it's been, I want to say 24 hours, maybe slightly more. Ugh. What happened to me car? Did it decay? Does that not count as... Are they not protected in here? Does it have to be behind a garage door? DM Munt your problems. It needs a powered station. Oh yeah, the ramp. Oh well. Is this one of those water thingies? That's quite handy, isn't it? Is it? It is, right? Oh, we've got a ready source of water. That's pretty bad. Oh yeah, this isn't actually one of the sponsored streams. This is just... I don't know, I've just left it on. A horse!
Master Shake Super Cup just resubbed for 22 months.
Thank you.
SK3 just resubbed for 5 months.
Thank
Neato.
We make you a choff, boy. I'm gonna go play some poker. Good horse. Don't worry, boy. I'll be back in a sec. Can I make markers on the map? Bandit camp. I guess we just head...
Pipboy underscore 3100 just resubbed for 41 months. Shout out to all my fellow fans who don't know shit about Dota but watch anyway because they like period.
Stuck in a... God damn it! Yeah, I was gonna do that. Get some fuel and then lift the balloon off and hopefully that frees the horse.
2048 just resubbed for 43 months.
tedious. Don't worry, I'm coming for you, Dobbin. How do you make them jump? Go on. Go on. Go on! Yes! Good boy. No, no, no. This is not the way we want to go, though.
Lug Zephyr just resubbed for 18 months. Brave_0 being just resubbed for 24 months.
I had to move the balloon to get the horse out. Simple.
Good image just resubbed for 53 months.
TY.
Martinrad13 just resubbed for 1 month.
Thank you. Just want to go play some cards. Some dickhead took a shot at me.
Hudson Hawk just resubbed for 62 months.
Thank you.
The gem.
So, I thought you could make the horses jump. I also enjoyed the poker stream. It was a lot of fun. Kind of on a lean here. Nice.
Jinyo Bar just resubbed for 3 months.
We gotta wait.
Idunuke just resubbed for 53 months. Time to stack the decks with 9 of diamonds and 2 of clubs.
Come on, Blue! Yeah, obviously it pays out more. Damn. Hamster, do you really think they would add this if it was impossible to lose money? People would just be here piling all their scrap in day and night. But do come to my casino if I ever open one. I'm sure the probability of getting 20 is dog shit, but... There's 25 things, and I think the 20 probably pays out at 20 to 1, I would guess. So you've got a 1 in 25 chance of getting the 20. So it is a losing bet, obviously. There is indeed no 0. Nuts. Is anyone going to come and play poker? Fruit machines.
Silly Goosey just resubbed for 48 months. 4 years ago my wife told me to sub to the egg.
She made a very wise decision. You did not. But she knows what's up. Nuts. I reckon we've only got like 8 people on. There's no one in the Rust's voice channels. Oh, there's way too much scrap in the game. It's easy to get. I mean, I figured asking in all chat on the server would be a decent bet, but... Oh, Nutkin's coming.
Jiggleman84 just resubbed for 1 month.
Sunny? Where? Oh, we're going to have 4 players. Excellent. So I watched Army of the Dead. I watched Army of the Dead last night. Let me tell you something about that movie. It's one of the worst films I've ever seen. Genuinely. Absolutely one of the worst films I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of films. And yes, I've seen films that are worse in terms of pretty much everything individually. Like, you could definitely point to films and say the effects were worse, or the script was worse, or the direction was worse, or all kinds of things. But this had everything. Hello? Anyone for poker?
Yeah, just trying to find my way out.
It was so bad. It was so bad. It's the plot is ridiculous. The opening credits is the best bit of the film. And it leads you to believe this is going to be kind of funny. I mean, it's a zombie movie set in Las Vegas. And the idea is that the army is transporting this unbelievable killer zombie that could destroy the world. And they decided to transport him just in a convoy with some lads who don't really know what they're doing. And they just got him in a box with a big hatch on it. That's it. Just a big metal box for what is arguably the most dangerous thing on the planet. Because if it bites one person, all of a sudden you've got an outbreak. And, you know, everybody's going to die. So
just resubbed
they
for 1
lose
month.
it, of course. It falls off the back of the truck. The door just opens, and now the mega zombie's out. Come on, then, let's go. Sit down, boys.
Hello.
You've got to have
Whoa,
100
whoa, whoa.
scrap. Put it in the thingy, and then play. Wow, this is high stakes.
Just waiting for my Patsy. I mean, Luke.
The 3090 is the future. Oh, I know we're on the ropes. Did we just concede again? Yeah, we did. I think it was the most recent update. Just realised he could just be watching the stream. This is actually a terrible idea.
Forcefully Bear just resubbed for 14 months. Afternoon Flax. This is a poker stream I was not expecting.
Oh, it does say my card's on the left as well.
Bosman001 just resubbed for 1 month.
A pair of threes. You kidding me?
Well, you got to risk it, you know.
What? I had fuck all anyway, so.
What? Playing Rust.
So why did you raise it then?
Well, that's bluff. That's what you do. Try and scare you off it.
Nah, you never scare me.
It's limit. It's limit poker. Oh no, you can change the amount. Okay. We're all in. We got nothing left. We scored? What? Are you serious? Oh, I can't talk to Rhino.
Here we go.
Eat it, nerds.
Ooh, he's back to where he started.
Well, now I've started covering up the cards. I feel I'm doing better.
We know it's only Luke that cheats.
Ow, I'm not even.
Cheers, lad.
Yeah, I saw that, Kieran. I mean, I even spoke to him in all chat, mate. We're gonna have a little mini tournament.
The Megalodon has arrived.
Ah, the whale.
Super, it's a tournament, mate. So it's slightly different.
Yeah, anyone got any twos?
Go fish.
Stop shouting up the cherries, it makes me think we've scored.
Though Leviathan just resubbed for 1 month.
One more on their way, and then I'll dish out some.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Well played, well played.
You can see my cards. Oh, because another player's joined. Can you? How? Oh, because someone else joined, but now they've left. No, they
Easy
can't.
money.
Someone's had an aces up their sleeves, I think.
I'm sure that's what it is. Oh, congratulations. Enjoy the bodega book. There's no away goals thing, I don't think.
Lonely dude crying.
Rhino?
Rhino doesn't exist.
I'm sure that's him in the corner.
He's a ghost.
Nah,
Oh, no, it's
he's
Gecko
behind you.
now.
Bright
Rhino's
golden
in
man.
gold.
Alright, well I think that
Bright golden man.
any tournament would be almost impossible because we can't set the blinds up and down, so it would take forever. And I am not going to stream for that much longer. So let's just play.
We play.
Just
Good
getting the
with me.
scrap now.
Rhino.
Jack, take it apart.
Rhino. Rhino. I can hear him
Yeah,
talking.
I'm here.
Okay, don't bother, mate, because a tournament would be impossible. We can't put the blinds up, so it would take fucking hours.
Alright, well, we'll do it as whoever wins out of this. I'll
No,
just give it.
no, don't worry about it, because there's the ballot. Like everybody's got all different amounts. It doesn't work, but
Then I should steal.
I mean, Rhino, if you want to give me 1,000 scrap, I ain't gonna say no.
Same here.
End of the day, we're all winners.
no, you're getting scrap, which is useful.
What the fuck you doing staring at me from over there, Jack? Bloody creep.
Eyeing up the competition, mate.
Living in your head rent free.
So the weirdest thing for me about the Zack Snyder movie, the zombie film, Army of the Dead. For one thing, the name is bad. Army of the Dead. Because it should have been much more of a funny movie. He can't do comedy though. There's nothing funny in the entire film. I don't know if he thinks he's funny, but there was no moment of comedy in the film. And it's a film about zombies in Las Vegas. They didn't really do anything with that. You heard it was good. Whoever told you that has no idea what a good movie is, and I mean that. I mean, if you can watch that and say, "Man, this was great," I either think you're not really watching it, or you haven't actually watched any other movies. That's the best I could possibly come up with. Because it's just awful from start to finish. He has this weird tendency to drop completely out of tone songs in the middle of a scene. It's bizarre. It's utterly bizarre. The dialogue is awful. You don't know any of the characters. We're meant to sort of feel... I think we're meant to feel bad when they die, I would assume. But you don't really know any of them at all. It's mainly subjective. People like different things. What a brilliant thing to say. All right, I'm never going to discuss movies or music or TV programs or anything ever again. It's pointless because it's subjective. It's subjective. It's subjective. So, you know, it's not worth discussing, guys. It's subjective. Some people may enjoy it. Ergo, it's not really a conversation worth having. Opinions are essentially worthless because it's subjective, guys. It's subjective. To some people, it's a great movie. So, yeah, hands up. You're right. It's a stupid thing to say. It's subjective. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous thing to say. Why comment on anything ever? Nice day out. Well, that's subjective, so I don't think you can say that. It's subjective. Stupid thing to say, isn't it? Just it's just basically a full stop on any conversation. Let me stop you there, guys. I know you're discussing movies and stuff, but it's subjective. God, he's right. We can't talk about this anymore. It's pointless.
Wow.
Wow.
Player.
Nice one.
There we go. Back in it.
Lonely dude cheating.
I mean, I will happily talk about why it's a bad movie, and it's not subjective. It's awful. It's awful. We're introduced to the characters in a montage. That's how you're meant to get to know who's who. And we never expand upon who these characters are past that. The opening montage tells you all you need to know. That's how shallow the characters are. And they agree to this ridiculous plan to go into zombie-infested Las Vegas. They're just going to go in there and do this job for this guy they just met.
Out of money again. Do you need your sugar?
It's ridiculous.
We
So-
might need sugar daddies.
The decision that they make to go in there is so
Imagine
stupid
being sugar daddy
It's
to
so
Alfredo
stupid
the anal torpedo.
that you cannot justify giving a damn about them at all. How can you care about people that make terrible,
what's so wrong
terrible,
about
terrible
that?
decisions? It's ridiculous.
I mean,
If someone willfully
What's
does
right about
stupid
it?
things, how can you root for them in a movie? It's just nonsense.
you'll have to find out.
And he talks these guys into it by saying,
Hey,
"How
I'm
would you
ready,
like to
but
do
I'm
one
really
day's
excited.
work and
Sugar
make
daddy.
X amount of money?"
Shush.
He's a liar.
And they go, "Count me in." It's
Don't-
like, "I'm
don't
in,
out
you
me.
bastard, I'm in." You know, it's literally like that. That's done in like 4 minutes. Rounds up his crew. We don't know who they are. I think they're people he escaped from Las Vegas with. But we don't really know unless you remembered them in the opening sequence. There's a scene where there's this woman who goes in with him, Dave Bautista, ostensibly to help out. And then she turns to him and says, "I didn't come here for the money. I came here for you because I love you." And he goes, "Thanks." And then an elevator door opens, a zombie runs out and smashes her and she's dead. It's the shortest character arc I've ever seen. The shortest character arc I've ever seen. It's literally, here's a character that has not said a line in the movie yet. Then they tell the main character they love them. and then they're dead in that same shot. It's ridiculous. What do you mean it was cool looking? Who cares? If it's meaningless, who cares? It's a tech demo. 3-1 Brentford, is it? I don't know. He wasn't trying to be funny. There is no comedy in the film. There is no actual... There might be 2 moments that are meant to be funny, but they're only funny if you're a very strange person. It's so weird.
Damn it,
It's
just win the
so
jackpot
weird.
again. What the hell, man?
That was cheating over there. Bloody slot.
It's utterly bizarre. There's no... You've
Spanish
set a
cheating.
movie with zombies in Las Vegas. There's the tiger from Siegfried and Roy.
I feel like I might have to retire
A
from
zombie
this table
tiger.
to my sniper's outpost.
We don't know how a tiger became a
Just casual.
zombie.
Just outside
Why doesn't he
of
make
Bandit
every
Camp.
animal a zombie? You could
Just,
bite a
just outside
bird
Bandit Camp on
and
the
then
hill.
send it off out into the wild, and suddenly you're taking over the entire world. Because once a few birds get zombie-itis, we're all fucked.
If you're gonna rob anyone, rob Stannis.
Well,
He's making a killing here.
Mosquitoes? Anyone think
Bean
about that?
already robbed Stannis earlier.
It's bizarre. And the tiger is introduced, and it's not like seen as funny. Like a moment of comedy
in your
might have
head.
been.
There you go.
Whichever one of Siegfried and Roy is still alive, and they're zombie tigers. Zombie Elvis, you know. We're in a casino. No jokes about dealers or anything like that.
Freddy, you
Nothing.
should really go look at that sniper's
It's
tower.
just,
I
it's
think
just,
you'd
they just
really
happen
like
to be
it.
in Vegas. Nothing about the film is Vegasy, other than it's in
Maybe I
Vegas.
will.
They don't make the most of what they
Maybe I
could
will.
have. In the hands of a good director, I could imagine it being quite funny. But it was just nothing. It was just nonsense.
Well, what was that?
Did it? Did
Isn't
anyone just hear an
isn't your
explosion?
house over that way, Nutkin, mate?
One of them.
Uh-oh. Oh. Bougie.
No, it's not a comedy. At all. It's not a comedy at all. Which is bizarre. Like, that's what I don't get, is you look at it and you think this has to be like a kind of madcap zombie comedy movie with a host of funny, interesting characters. But no, it's played completely straight. And they said it in Vegas, but they don't really do anything with it being in Vegas. Like, the idea is that Vegas is sealed off. Here's how they seal it off. The army seals off this infestation, this potentially civilization-ending problem of a zombie outbreak with some old cargo containers, like those big, the ones you see on a cargo ship. They put it all around the city, and then they just sort of leave it. Nobody's watching it. There's no watch posts, because these guys just bribe someone to say, "Hey, you know a way in, right?" And she's like, "Yeah." Guess what her secret way in is? You open one end of the cargo container, you walk in, and then you open the other end. You're in Zombie Town, and nobody notices. Nobody notices all the shooting, and they keep the refugee camp next to
Waiter!
Zombie Town. It's so strange. So how does that make sense? Why would they ever do that? And if there is a zombie problem, why aren't they just up there day and night shooting the zombies? It's just, it feels like this has to be a setup for a funny movie, but it's played absolutely dead straight. And the camera lens that he uses, the depth of field is about 3 inches. So you'll see a character and their nose and ears are out of focus, so you pretty much, the only thing in focus is their eyes. It's like this weird kind of dream vibe going on. It's so strange. The world hasn't gone to shit, just Vegas. It's bizarre.
Did I just hear somebody win again over there?
Yeah, it's won 3 times in a row. I'm having a great time. I mean, Stannis won 3 more times. Okay, that one was Stannis.
Waiter!
I need a beer.
And the weirdest thing is that the amount of money that they're going in there for is like 100 million. And he's like, the guy that sends him in says, you give me 50 and you can divvy up the 50 between the crew that you put together any way you like. And he very quickly decides he's going to get 15, he's going to give his mate 15, and they buy some of these people off with like a few $100,000. It's like, I thought they were... like, I immediately think of him as being a piece of shit. And they're all detestable. Every character in the film is deeply unpleasant. Why do I want them to live? They're just nasty. They're horrible to each other. They slag each other off. They're just trying to be all super macho and everything. It's just what is going on here? It doesn't make sense.
I called cheat.
It's really weird. It's a very, very strange film. The tone is all over the place. It's completely up and down. It's a bizarre film. Absolutely bizarre. Like, we don't know these characters, but when they die, they're like, Tina! And she's like, ah! And you're like, I don't know her. Don't know her. We just met her. Don't know her. Don't care. Well, they decide to nuke it in the end. It's weird. But even then, I'm thinking, I mean, that's, you know, all right. You're going to nuke Vegas. How are you so sure that no zombies are going to live? Genuinely. There are loads of awful movies I really like. Commando is a terrible movie, but I love it. The plot is nonsensical. There's a bit in that where Arnie looks at his watch and sets the time. You've got 24 hours or 48 hours, and he goes beep beep and starts his watch, and it goes beep 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 with every second. And you think, I don't need the beep to tell me that time is passing, but they put it in. And also, everywhere he walks now, he's going beep 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 beep. Ridiculous. But it's such a funny movie. Who cares? Like, the thing is that Commando seems like it understands what it's doing, right? It's of its time. It's stupid, but it's got Arnie in, so you don't think of it as being like a film that takes itself seriously. You know what I mean? You think this is just an Arnie movie. Like, it is what it is. And it's funny because it's his one-liners are so stupid, the action is so stupid and comical, and it's just so stereotypical and hilarious and an example of that era of action movie and a classic Arnie movie, right? That it's just you can't help but think this is funny. It's bad, but it's enjoyable. There's so many stupid things in it. This is a very well-made film in terms of, like, it's high budget, it's got good effects, and they've obviously spent money on this film. And you just think, this cost $90 million to make, and it's awful. It's every moment of it is terrible. There's no good standout scene. There's not one action scene in it that's memorable. And it's got a bit where one of the guys gets his zombie girlfriend pregnant. So there's these two zombies that are pregnant. And they cut off the head of the lady zombie. And the king zombie reaches into her belly and pulls out the unborn zombie baby. And it's played completely straight. It's not played for laughs. And Snyder has a history with doing this stuff. He did the same thing in Dawn of the Dead. In his movie Dawn of the Dead, the remake, which was actually a decent zombie movie, and actually did have some humor in it, and was quite a good zombie film. I really enjoyed Dawn of the Dead. And it felt like this kind of gonzo zombie movie. Had a zombie baby in that too. He's a little bit obsessed. He's also obsessed with men and their muscles. If he can have a shot of a man flexing his muscles, he's putting it in the film. It's so weird. He did it in 300. All the dudes are just like wearing, you know, like, yeah, look at my muscles. He loves muscly men and he hates pregnant women. Strange guy. GG.
See you, lad.
See ya.
Some bastards nipped me horse. Oh, hold on. I'll move the camera in a sec. Can I just say, even if we don't make it home, we went there with 100 scrap, and we're coming back with 692 scrap. We won some good money at the old card table. We have nearly 700 scrap.
Sweus Idols just resubbed for 50 months. Flax, we're 50.
Thank you. That's a long fucking time. Obviously not saying the lads were definitely cheating, because we had shit cards. But I wouldn't put it past them. Delivery? Thing is, if I buy this, actually we do have some ammo. There we go. Dickhead! Oi, dickhead! How's it listing me as 1-800-WOW was Munt's phone number. Let's see if he answers. Oh, I don't have a phone actually. Right, enjoy Eurovision tonight. I'll be tweeting, but I won't be streaming. I'm gonna take a day off and chill. But I'll be back tomorrow, and I think I'm doing Rust 2 to 5. And then I might do some more in the evening, more games and stuff in the evening. So I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers for watching. Take it easy. Peace out.